So this is a circle with center O. This length of the arc AXB is called minor arc, and length of the arc from AYB is called major arc. Now how you can identify minor arc and major arc? Major arc always contains center of the circle. So this secant AB divides the circle in two parts. One part is smaller and one part is bigger. So the smaller part is without center and the bigger part is with center. So whether it is regarding arc of the circle or you know uh, sector of the area of the sector of a circle. So even this part, either we talk about this AXB, this is called arc of the circle, and this part AYB from here to here, it is called major arc, and this shaded portion of the circle is called minor sector, and this portion of the circle with center is called major sector. So here we discuss what is minor sector, what is major sector, what is minor arc, what is major arc. Whether it is major arc or major sector, both will contain center of the circle. And if it is minor arc and minor sector, then in that part, center will not cover. That is the reason one is minor, one is major. Now next part, major arc of a sector. Suppose in this triangle, O is center of the circle and AOB is an angle made on the center of the circle. So this angle is called central angle. This central angle is same as major arc AXB. So the major of arc AXB should be same as major angle AOB. So this portion AXB is called minor arc and AYB is called major arc. So you can say this angle AOB angle AOB, I'm talking about this angle AOB, is same as major arc AXB. AOB is actually central angle. So central angle is always same as its intercepted arc, and its intercepted arc is AXB. So this minor angle AOB will be same as its minor arc AXB, and this major angle AYB will be same as major arc AYB. So this way we can find out major arc of a circle or central angle made on the center of a circle. Congruence of arc. Congruence of a arc O is center of the circle, AB and PQ are two chords or two diameters of the circle which intersect each other at point O. So this way we can say angle POB, this angle is equal with angle AOQ. So as we know, angle POB is equal with major arc PB, and angle AOQ is same as major arc AQ, because this PB is a intercepted arc by this angle, and same way AOQ is another central angle which inscribes arc AQ. So POB should be same as PB, and AOQ should be same as AQ. Besides, I can say angle POB is actually equal with angle AOQ. Reason is they are vertically opposite angle. Now look at this. These two angles are equal, which means left hand side in equation 1 and 2 are same. So in that case you can say that the right hand side of the equation is also same. So you can say arc major arc PB is actually equal with major arc AQ. From 1, 2 and 3. So what we discovered here, if two arcs inscribed by congruent angle, then both the arcs will be congruent. So these two angle POB is same as angle AOQ because they are vertically opposite angle. So in that case, on the basis of this, I can say arc PB is equal with arc AQ. Same way, I can say this angle POA is equal with BOQ because they are vertically opposite angle, and in that case arc PA will become same as arc BQ.